All right. So, for whatever reason, so one night randomly, a couple weeks ago, I was just scrolling through TV, and my brain was just like, you know what? You should watch The Karate Kid, the original 1984 Karate Kid with Ralph Macchio, and just see how that's going. Because I guess I watched an episode of the Cobra Kai for no reason,
Yeah.
and it just spiraled back into the original trilogy, and then the fourth movie and all this and that. And so, uh, I guess it does hold up all the way back from 1984. There's not a lot of it. You're like, well, the karate, they wouldn't do that anymore and stuff like that, you know? Uh, so basically, if you guys never seen The Karate Kid, it follows this kid named Daniel LaRusso, who goes from New Jersey and he moves into Reseda in California with his mom. And one day at a beach party, he's chatting up this girl named Allie, played by Elizabeth Shue of fame. I know her mostly from Hollow Man, and from being the Marty McFly's girlfriend in the part 2 and 3 of Back to the Future, because she wasn't in the original one. There was a different girl, and they changed her to Ellie. I think because she got a breast implants or something. So they said they changed it to Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah.
And so he's having a great time. And Allie's ex-boyfriend on his fucking dirt bike and his buddies, they see her down there talking to Daniel LaRusso. So they go down there, and already it's like aggressive as hell. Like he's grabbing, like the ex-boyfriend's grabbing Allie's arm, be like, "I need to fucking talk to you. We need to discuss our relationship." And she's like, "There is no relationship. It's been over for weeks. Like it's not over until I say it's over," and all this and then he grabs her fucking boombox. If you guys know what a boombox is, and he fucking smashes it on the sand. And Daniel comes up to help pick it up, and the guy tells her, the other guy, the ex-boyfriend, Johnny Lawrence, who is now more famous from Cobra Kai in the original movie, and they get into a fight, and Johnny Lawrence is a member of Cobra Kai, so and he's like the lad, he's the champion of the under 18 All Valley karate tournament, and so he just beats the brakes off of Daniel LaRusso.
Doesn't he put him up against the fence?
That's another one. So it happens later. He beats his ass on the beach, right?
Yeah.
So bad that Allie tries to help him, and Dan's like, "Just leave me alone. Just let me fucking like it. Don't fucking touch me." He's just fucking everybody fucking leaves the beach, and he's just laying there by himself in the sand. It's just dark. It's dark. It's pitch black. He's like. I wish Johnny had like welcome, because I guess he didn't know him yet, right? But they're like, "Well, welcome to California," fucking kick sand in his face. He's just all fucked up. I'll never forget the scene. He's just like laying down, like, wow. That's the same reaction I would have. Like, "Don't fucking touch me. Everyone get away from me." Laid out like a bitch.
Just leave me.
Just leave me to die here. That's basically what he was saying. So everybody leaves. The guy that invited him to the beach party that he met at his apartments when he first moved in, he's like, his friends were like, "Some friend you made there, Pedro," whatever the guy's name is. And even he leaves like, "Oh, you're right. He's a piece of shit." And I was like, "God dang." Allie tries to help him, but he's like, "Just leave me alone." And he just lays there for like 45 hours. And so, by the way, the relationship between him and Allie is fucking weird. Because, like, it's at first flirtatious and fun,
Yeah.
and then it gets serious. Like, after Johnny Lawrence and his friends beat up Daniel, he tried to avoid him, right? And he sees him once down the hall or something, and he goes the opposite way as he's walking with Allie. And she's like, "You know, you gotta face it sometimes. Like, just leave me the fuck alone, right? You do your things your way, I'll do my things my way, all right?" Like, they've been in a relationship for 8 years. That's what it seems like to me.
After he's already laying in the sand.
Yeah, like, they keep, like, talking and having fun, and then something bad will happen, and then they'll have a bad experience, then they'll go back to having had a good experience, then a bad experience, like back and forth. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, they're like seeing the worst of each other consistently. They're seeing that Daniel's got a temper too that they never show, but he's got a real bad temper sometimes. So just leave me alone. Let me deal with it my own way. And so, and then they'll stop talking for like weeks, and then they'll just meet randomly, like, "Oh, what's up, stranger?" Like, "Oh, how you doing?" And I'm like, what the kind of weird. Like, they're like,
And in the time gaps too in the movie.
like huge ass fucking time bands, like a whole fucking school year. It seems like.
Yeah.
Then they talk, then they don't talk. They do talk, and they don't talk. He avoids Johnny, and then Johnny beats his ass, and it's like, at one point he's riding his bike uh home, right? And Lawrence sees him and his buddies, and they circle his bike and at the edge of a hill, and they push him off, and he just fucking tumbles down like 45 fucking thousand feet into the fucking depths below. He gets home like, fuck this fucking bike, man. Like it's a fucking bike's falling off the fucking cliff. I hate this fucking. He fucking throws it in the trash. I hate this fucking bike.
The bike beat him up.
Like he just gets all kinds of fucked up. And like, so that happens, right? And at first you're thinking, okay, finally, everything's gonna be like settling down, right? And then he actually causes a further incident where he goes to a Halloween party, dressed up as a shower. I don't know if you remember that, like just like the fucking shower curtains.
Yeah.
And Allie is like talks to him like it's all like I don't know, like it's almost like a red flag. Just how
She's kind of like bipolar a little bit.
no, that they both no, he is.
Yeah.
Like Daniel's the one that constantly like gets like in the like the time where they went to the arcade. His mom dropped him off, right? And then her friend drove by. He's like, "What's up, Ellie?" Like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then they talk, and then he leaves. And then Johnny Lawrence in a car, and his friends invite her to a to go with them, and she's like, "No thanks, I'm hanging out with Daniel." And they leave, and Daniel's like, "Why'd you fucking go with him, you fucking bitch?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like he just ruined the whole fucking day, just like in the back. I'm like, it's the weirdest fucking thing.
He's got like that huge jealousy.
Yeah, like he is terrible with like, but that's a flaw that is realistic. Like I wasn't saying like in the movie like they wrote this wrong. I'm like I'm looking at him as a character like, what is your fucking deal, bro? Just chill out.
I've seen high school kids like that though. Like
maybe that's exactly
like they wrote a real character with him.
Like he had some real fucking flaws, and I
like he's not one of those like crystal clean
right
protagonist.
So going back to the Halloween thing, he sees that Johnny's in the bathroom. It's weird too because during the beach scene before Johnny beats up Daniel, him and his buddies are like on the dirt bikes, and he offers one of his friends offers him a beer. Like, no thanks, man. So I'm thinking like, oh, maybe he's straight edge. But then like during the Halloween thing, he's fucking rolling up a fucking a weed,
Yeah.
What the? That's
he was, wasn't he?
Random as fuck. And so Daniel comes over the top with the hose, right? And he fucking turns. I don't know how he knew it was Daniel. I guess he just like, he's like, just like, who else would it be? Like, who else would be dumb enough?
Yeah.
Like, he's been the problem or his problem the whole time. Not really a problem, just like because he's taking his girlfriend. So I guess because he never saw him, like Daniel was gone. There was this one black guy that came into the bathroom first. If it was me, like, did you do this? He just beat the shit out of the guy. Like, I didn't do anything, Johnny. You know what I mean? Like, I would assume it was him.
Right.
And he's like, what's up, Johnny? He just beats the fucking living shit out of this poor guy. But he chases after Daniel, and that's when they get to the fence scene where they were gonna they were probably gonna really hurt him, if not kill him. And then Mr. Miyagi comes in and fucking beats them all up, and kicks one of the kids in the nuts so fucking hard, like his voice like goes up 2 octaves the rest of the movie.
But the way he climbed over the fence was hilarious.
Like fucking like a fucking ninja. I thought it was more like quiet like a ninja. Did you see the part where he does that like little karate like stance, back and forth, like waiting for the next opponent? Fucking high. Fucking high.
But the way he climbed the fence, it was stealthy, yes, but it was also like an old person would do, where he's like barely getting over the fence.
I'm going to watch it again and to see. So he beats them all up, and then he saves Daniel, and he tells him you should go to the karate school and talk to this teacher and try to settle things. And Daniel convinces Mr. Miyagi to go with him. They all go, and the instructor, Kreese, who's like an ex-special forces, they have this little discussion about this and that, and Mr. Miyagi, for some reason, was like, I don't know why he just tosses Daniel into the fucking tournament. That's like 2 months away. He's like, if you fight a tournament, all this and that, and he's like, that's why. I remember now, because they wanted to settle it between him and Daniel. Or no, between Daniel and Johnny, like there and then to fight. And then Mr. Miyagi's like, no, you're in your dojo right now. You have too much advantage. So the Kreese is like, all right, name a place. He's like, the tournament. And Daniel's like, you, what the fuck is you fucking talking about? A tournament? And it's like 2 months away. And Mr. Miyagi also says like, one more favor. And he's like, oh, you're a pushy little fella, aren't you? But I like that. I like that. The way he says like, I like that. I'll never forget. I like that. Like, look like the Joker. I like that shit. I like when you beat me, Batman. That shit gets me hard as fuck. And so, like, all right, name it. He's like, none of his students can touch Daniel for those duration of those 2 months. But Chris is like, fine. But if neither of you show up, it's hunting season on both of you. So they leave, right? And Daniel's like what the like he just says goes off on Mr. Miyagi. He's like, Mr. Miyagi's like, what did you do that for? He's like, because I just saved you 2 months of an ass whooping.
Which is hilarious.
After that, you'll be fine.
That saves you from having to dodge these people for 2 months.
And so he did the famous training scene where he makes him wax his car with one hand wax on, with the other hand wax off. Like, I don't want to say it seems inefficient, but like if you looked at it like logically, right? He's forcing him to do this thing in a certain pattern, right? Repetitively over for like all day long, and his muscle memory for those maneuvers stays, but he's not training him to actually do them in the physical combat. He's training to fucking wipe down a fucking car. It wouldn't transition to him blocking a fucking kick and punch, in my mind anyway.
Yeah.
And he makes him, sand the floors. Sandy floors. And he's like, wouldn't it be hard to go up and down? Like, no, and to do it in a circle. Sandy floor. Sandy floor. Sandy floor. Sand. So he fucking sands the whole damn floor. And then, like, the next day, he has them paint the fence. Paint the fence. And he paint fence up and down. And then, right hand, a big fence. Left hand, little fence. And so he does the fucking thing again, back and forth, right? And, like, halfway through the day, right, Daniel comes back like, what a great, like, that was awesome. How'd that fence look? And, like, he finished one side of the fence, right? And he's like, you finished the other side? And Daniel's like, no, not yet. And he just gets right back up and just the way he says, like, not like the realization, this man wants me to paint both fucking sides of this motherfucking fence. It's like 18 fucking miles across. And he the next day he gets there and he wants her to paint his house, not up and down, side to side. So basically the same training from the fence, but now on a side to side. So of course it culminates with him flipping out on him, right? And then and he's about to leave, and Mr. Miyagi does that famous like slam, hand slam, like he slams his hands together, and he's rubbing them together, and he heals like Daniel's right or left, his right shoulder, because he said he couldn't move it. He's like, I'm too tired, my arm's exhausted. So he fixes that. And then he tells him, like, wax the floor. So, of course, Daniel gets wax the car, but he gets on his fucking hands and knees. Because you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's trained to do it as an actual activity, not as combat. But he's like, no. And he makes him stand up, and he makes him do, like, and he teaches, and then he does all these attacks on him. And, like, he just instinctively blocks and defends and all this and that. So then after that, he really starts training him in actual martial arts. And, what was that one thing I was going to say that was the funniest part about it? Not the floor, no, I guess it wasn't the funny part, but it was more of an interesting story from Mr. Miyagi. So he trains Daniel finally with actual skills, and he's always got like a reason, like not just like go out, like he's just like go out on that beach and start throwing kicks into the waves and keep your balance. And you see Daniel fucking drowning in the fucking ocean, and he's trying to like,
but see, he's well acquainted with this beach at this point.
Over there on the fucking left side, the blood stain where he was laying there. So he's just out there just trying to throw kicks into the fucking waves as they fucking crash over him. And so finally, he's and of course, all that stuff with Ali is still going on, and they finally reconcile eventually at the end of the movie, and they go over to the karate tournament. And this funny thing happens where they're signing up for the tournament, and the guy needs to know. The person doing the sign-ins needs to know what belt Daniel wears. And the Mr. like, why matter? Why matter? It's like, it's only for brown belt and up. Like, he black belt. Got the blackest belt you'll ever see. 2 months of karate training. He's got a fucking black belt.
He black belt.
And what's funny is like, so Daniel leaves to get dressed, right? And Mr. Miyagi grabs Ali's hand from behind, right? Well, without the signer guy noticing, right? And he steals a black belt from the guy's bag to give because he doesn't have the belt. And when Daniel asks him, so where did you get that belt? Like, and fucking Mr. Miyagi's like, Buddha provides. You didn't just fucking snatch that shit.
You stole that motherfucker.
The guys are like, that was on my fucking black belt. So it's got a great montage karate scene where like and they build it up perfectly where he tries to, he's in the first match of his tournament, and he's fighting, and like he's kind of nervous, and like he gets thrown out of bounds twice. And so Mr. Miyagi's just like, just focus, remember your balance, points will come naturally. So he does that, and the guy backs up and just fucking hits a karate chop on the guy's neck and fucking paralyzes him for life. Is what it looked like. And then like just after, and then boom, the fucking song hits. Like I forgot what the song is called, but it's like try to be best and you're only a man. Man's gotta learn how to take it. You know that song, or like try to be. Or like history repeats itself, try and you'll succeed, you know, that famous ass song. And then they play it throughout the whole fucking tournament. And what I liked about it was not only did they show Daniel's progression in the tournament, they showed Cobra Kai's, and they showed him actually being really good at martial arts.
Yeah.
Like fucking Johnny was doing, he grabbed the guy's arm, right? And he kicked him in the face. And then like he let go of the arm and he like went over the arm and kicked him in the face again. I'm like, he gave him a double tap.
Yeah.
Like he grabbed his arm with his right hand and like he put it down and he kicked him in the face. Then he raises the guy's hand up and his foot went underneath and kicked him again. So like a fucking double tap.
Yeah.
Like pat. I'm like, God dang. Johnny's supposed to beat this motherfucker. And they actually have another guy that you don't know anything about, but he actually does successfully, or he does really well against Cobra Kai from a different dojo, and because Johnny fights him in the semifinals,
Yeah.
and they were showing how good he was against other Cobra Kai members, and Daniel was also fighting other Cobra Kai members because there was a bunch of them. Like every like dojo has like a huge amount of like students in the tournament. I guess a certain amount, and like sometimes like in '83. Because in Cobra Kai, Johnny Lawrence said like he faced off against one of his own teammates in the finals, so you can end up facing each other.
Right.
So of course it ends with Daniel makes it to the semifinals. No, to the finals. No, the semifinals. Johnny already beat his, and the fucking Kreese, the guy's like he tells his student that's he tells the student that's about to go against Daniel, he wants him out of commission. Like, so just kick him in the fucking knee. It's basically what he doesn't say that, but that's what he said. That's what he implies.
Yeah.
He's like, I want him out of commission. And then the fucking like, but coach, I'll be disqualified. I don't want to. He goes out there and he does a fucking jumping fucking front kick into Daniel's fucking knee, the side of his knee. And Daniel's like, oh shit. And the guy fucking drops it right in front of me like, I'm sorry, Daniel, I didn't mean it, I swear. I'd be like, man, get the fuck away from me. You just kicked me in my fucking leg. Just let me lay here, please.
He's already been laying there once on the beach. Now he's laying there on the back.
He doesn't want to leave him, and like he's just there in an empty ass fucking arena all night. Just leave me here alone.
We've been down this road.
And so this really touching scene happens where Daniel's just laid out in the fucking like just like the back room, I guess. Not even a fucking medical center. It's just like the back of the fucking gymnasium and like the locker rooms on a bed or like a mat, I guess. And the doctor's like, yeah, Danny's pretty fucked up, son. You did a hell of a job, though. And he just leaves. And the two they got the buffest ass fucking security guards all over the fucking place, I swear. They leave too. One of them was the guy, I think, from that was signed. Like, is that my fucking black belt? He's looking real quick before he leaves. Allie and Daniel's mom leave too, because he asked everyone to leave him alone for a little bit. Like, not like this. I'm like, just leave me alone. But like, just like they clear his head.
Yeah.
But he has Mr. Miyagi stay. And he asked him to do that hand thing to heal his knee. And Mr. Miyagi's like, there's no point, because you proved your point anyway. You proved that you can hold your own, all this and that. But Daniel's like, this won't give me balance, because they know they've got the best of me. Like, if I don't at least go to the finals and try, then they'll always know they got the better of me. I'll never have balance in my life, with Allie, with anything. And Mr. Miyagi's like, well, damn, he got me on that one. Then he told him, like, because there was at one point when Mr. Miyagi gifted him a car for his birthday, because at this point he's practically his son.
Right.
Is how he sees him. He saw like always look for balance, not just in karate, but in all of things, all life. And he's like, there's a great little advice for him about just seeking balance in your life. And so Mr. Bay does the hand thing, right? But when he claps his hand, it shit like fucking booms like an echo. And I was like, I was like, oh damn, like there's some serious shit was happening. You know what I mean? And every time I hear it, like my heart fucking starts beating harder. Like he just like boom, like I'm about to fucking heal the shit out of this fucking knee. But like his knee's so fucked up that even the healing he did was not enough to because he's limping the whole fight against Johnny. And so they have a fight, and of course he does that famous crane kick, which I don't understand. So Johnny punched him in the face, right? And they were tied 2-2. It was 3 points to win.
Right.
Anything above the waist is legal. That's why when he got kicked in the leg, the guy got disqualified. So Johnny ends up punching him in the face, but they say no point awarded to Johnny because he just fucking decked him. I don't know whether it was because he wasn't using enough control, because apparently you can't use, you have to have enough control. You like not like a fucking boxer's knockout punch, but like, you know, like a fucking strike and you're done, because he just dropped, but he dropped Daniel, and the point man, I guess, was the referee, said no point, begin, or you know, restart, reset, because they got to reset at their line. And he reset. They both reset, and Johnny does Daniel does the crane position, right? And Johnny comes in, and he gets kicked clean in the fucking face, hard as fuck, and he fucking falls down, and he's fucking like you fucking cracked his fucking like you just caved his whole skull in, and they give the point to Daniel, and I'm like, wait, he just got fucking punched in the face, and they took the point away. He just got kicked hard as fuck, clean in the fucking bridge of his nose, and they gave the point, which is why I think in Cobra Kai he kept saying that was an illegal kick. They actually have a dispute about it. That kick was legal. Like, it was a legal kick. Johnny was like a super alcoholic. It was an illegal kick. I'm fucking wasted. So that is a point of dispute with me. It's like, okay, so how the fuck did that punch not? That would have won Johnny the match. That punch to the face. It was a clean shot to the face.
Right.
And he went down, but the kick was just as hard, if not harder, than the fucking punch to the face. And he got LaRusso got the point.
Was it because the punch was a closed fist?
Yeah.
Instead of an open palm?
You think that's why?
Could be.
They never specify any of that shit.
Because you can't, if I remember right, in like those traditional karate tournaments,
So the open hand?
you can't use actual like closed fists.
Maybe that's
punching.
why. Man, that would explain everything. Okay.
Because they want you to use strikes rather than
Right.
punches.
Which is why he does all those karate shoves?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like open palm.
So he just kicked the shit out of him then.
And smacked him upside the head.
And it was a fucking full-ass 80s movie, too. Like, all the crowd comes up and grabs and lifts up fucking Daniel. Like, good job,
Yep.
Daniel. And then fucking Johnny grabs the fucking title, right? Like, you're okay, LaRusso, and he gives it to Danny. And then Mr. Like, we did it, Mr. Miyagi. And the movie ends on a shot of Mr. Miyagi just smiling, yeah. And it just rolls to credits. Like, a super 80s movie.
The most 80s shit you've ever seen.
In my head, right, I was like, wait, what about the scene where they're in the parking lot and Kreese is beating up on all his students and Mr. Miyagi stops him? Because I was so good. That was actually the second movie.
Oh, was it?
At the beginning of the second movie, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, what the fuck? I was confused as fuck. I
thought that was the first one.
I guess I've always watched them together.
Yeah. Or like whenever you've seen the reruns, they were always back to back.
Yeah, so I guess because he ends up punching those two fucking windows and fucking up both his hands. And I'm like, well, because I was trying to roll like where did they cut the scenes out?
Was it the third one that they go to Japan?
That's the second one.
Second one?
So when they come back to fucking Reseda and they try to force Daniel in the tournament
Yeah.
in like the most violent shit I've ever seen. Like, sign the damn paper, Daniel. You ain't shit. Your teacher ain't shit. Your karate ain't shit. I'm like, God damn, you need to chill the fuck out, bro.
But by the second one, he's already broken up with what's her name?
Actually, the second one, apparently she cheated on him with like some football player, and she fucked up his car too, which apparently was not the real story in Cobra Kai. They actually elaborate on what actually happened.
Oh, okay.
That was just Daniel's jealous side taking over again.
Yeah.
And here's the fucked up part, right? In my head, right, the way the movie the trilogy transitions in the third one, right, he goes back to defend his title against Mike Barnes, this super tough. This dude beats the shit out of him. He's so fucking good. This one guy, Terry Silver, who's one of Kreese's old buddies from Vietnam, who's helping Kreese get revenge on Daniel and Mr. Miyagi for what happened. Because after the Cobra Kai lost the tournament, he lost all his students. So he's like a fucking bum on the streets, basically. And they hired Mike Barnes because he's like the bad boy at karate to beat up on Daniel. So he tells him, go out there and win a point and then lose a point. And he's so good, he's able to land a point on Daniel and then just get like hit him in the crotch and lose a point. And I'm like, God damn, like he did that the full 3-minute fight until it goes into sudden death. 1 point wins. And of course, with the bullshit, like he does some random karate stuff and he beats Mike Barnes. But if we're being 100%, Mike Barnes beat his fucking ass
the entire time.
Yeah, win a point, lose a point. Being so good, you can do that. And
where you have enough control to be able to do that.
Right, and enough skill to be able to overcome your opponent and easily, and know he can't hurt you in any way that would cost you a point.
Right.
I'm like, God dang. Not to mention, to be 100% honest, he only had 2 months worth of karate training in the first movie.
Yeah.
For him to beat Johnny Lawrence, who even Kreese says in his prime, no one could beat him, who's been doing karate for fucking years, that almost broke my suspension of disbelief. I'm like, if I fucking started training boxing for 2 months and tried to fight Canelo, I'd get my fucking ass handed to me in the first fucking 45 seconds. So it does affect my brain sometimes. Like, there's no goddamn way Daniel LaRusso would have made it out of round fucking one.
But it's an 80s movie.
But it's an 80s movie. So apparently 2 months of karate from Mr. Miyagi. But it's Mr. Miyagi's karate. Mr. Miyagi, he was fucking wiping down fences with a fucking paintbrush. What are you talking about?
He was waxing cars, okay?
Let's be honest here, man. He was fucking sanding floors for 45 hours straight.
This is all a hallucination for Daniel.
Yes, he actually got killed and he actually got put in a coma at the fence scene where they beat his ass.
No, at the beach scene.
He's still at the beach to this day. The fucking sand washed him off into the sea.
He's never lost. It's like, just leave me.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it's a tournament in the third one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they make it seem like it's the most lethal, and they make Daniel like terrified, like, oh, I can't beat him, Mr. Miyagi. I'm scared of him. All right, what you want me to say? I'm fucking terrified of him. Let's get the fuck out of here. And Mr. Miyagi's like, you can't be afraid. Like, it's okay to lose, but it's not. It's okay to lose a match, but it's not okay to lose the fear.
Right.
All this and that, right? But like in the second one, right? He had a fight to the fucking death against this guy named Chosen, like an actual fight.
Oh yeah,
to the death. Not a fucking points tournament. Not to mention, when Daniel crossed the bridge to fight him, Mr. Mayor's like, Danielson, there's no for points. He'll fucking kill you. He'll fucking kill you, bro. There's no for points. I was like, oh, there's no for points. So the fact that there's no for points.
You do the impression perfect.
There's no for points. He's like, he's gonna fucking kill you. I'm like, and it goes back to a tournament, right? Where you just lose points. It almost anticlimactic.
Yeah.
The final one should have been the death fight. Escalate tournament, death.
So it should have been reversed.
Yeah.
Where you have the third and the second places.
Basically, yeah. They should have gone to Japan at the end.
At the end, yeah.
Because Chosen was training United States soldiers in Okinawa for their karate training, right?
Yeah.
He was training soldiers to kill. Daniel had 2 months of karate training. Let's be honest. He would have fucking had his fucking nose muscles punched into his fucking brain. I love the movies, but man, there's no way Chosen would have killed him.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. Then they start fucking spinning that little ass drum. He jumps like, what the fuck is all that goddamn noise? And then fucking drives him crazy and he loses. He even tried to do the fucking crane kick. And Chosen's like, that shit ain't shit to me, bitch. And he fucking catches it and beats his ass. Oh, that was some good movie.
You just gotta.
Are you gonna crane kick me, you motherfucker?
The crane kick don't work.
Like, he's hitting so hard, he's breaking statues. Chosen, I'm like, because Daniel's dodging moves, right? I'm like, God, Daniel, she ain't worth it, because he had kidnapped his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm like, you go find someone else, Daniel.
It's like, it's not worth it. It's no for points, okay?
So yeah, so when the third movie came out, I was like, yeah, it ain't that big. Damn, it ain't that big a deal, bro. It's just a couple of points. You almost died in Japan. Well, in Okinawa.
Yeah.
to the death, bro. No for points, Daniel. No for points.
That's the one time Miyagi was serious, like, oh shit.
He
No
was
for
like,
points.
dude, this is some real shit, bro. You cross that bridge, he's gonna fucking kill you. I was like, oh shit. He's gonna go back to America, but like, this guy's like, I'm gonna beat you in the tournament. Like, bro, I almost fucking died.
It's like, okay, and
I don't give a fuck about no goddamn tournament.
it's like when Mr. Miyagi gets serious, because he's usually the joking one.
He was, yeah, because he knew Dan. Like, I can't lose you, Dan, if you die.
You die, you'll not come back. No wax on, wax off.
That's gonna be my phrase now for anytime someone does something serious. Like, there's no 4 points, all right? You better be careful. There's no 4 points.
That'll be your catchphrase for bad stuff.
Basically, yeah.
If somebody's getting ready to go do something stupid, it's no for points.
That's fucking 20 feet, and you that gap's 15. And you're not fucking Spider-Man. There's no 4 points. When he falls to his death trying to do parkour.
Hardcore parkour.
So that is my. I guess I kind of just covered all of them, but that's the Karate Kid trilogy, which I'll probably watch again before I watch the fucking Cobra Kai, because there's one final part of the season 6 coming out later this year, which is, by later this year I mean 2025.
Yeah. God, by the end of the full year.
Yeah. Because the final season is like 15 episodes,
Oh, really?
broken off into 3 parts, so 5 at a time it looks like. And
So they're going to try to space it out throughout the year.
well, no, they already did that. Like the last 2 dropped last year.
Oh.
Part 1 and 2. Part 3 is the final 5.
Yeah.
Earlier in 2025, right before the Karate Kid movie comes out, the new one. So that's why I'm wondering why, if it's connected or not.
Right.
That also means Daniel LaRusso doesn't die then. Because apparently in Cobra Kai, they're in some fucking ancient ass tournament with like some like legit karate masters throughout the world. Like, it has evolved.
Did it just become Mortal Kombat? Like,
It fucking seems like.
you're going to have what's his name start coming through the walls and stuff?
You end up finding out that Mr. Miyagi was one of those tournaments a long time ago and he killed a guy.
It was no for points.
He was for point, but I killed him anyway.
It was for points, but he died anyway. I did crane kick.
Fucking crane kicked his fucking throat. Broke his trachea.
He climbed over the fence and got him.
Man, it's a wild series. It's so fucking like overly dramatic that like videos on TikTok are like, it's just karate in high school. Why is this shit so serious?
That is a good point.
It's basically how I felt about the third one, right?
Yeah.
Bro, it's just karate. He almost died in Japan. It's just karate. It's just a damn tournament. The All Valley Under 18 makes it seem like it's the mythical fucking tournament.
Yeah, he's not even an adult in the third one, is he?
No, he's still under 18 apparently. Here's the weird part. I think he was like in his 30s in the third one.
Was he?
And like the guy that was playing the older guy, Terry Silver,
Yeah.
was a year younger than Daniel LaRusso. Like in real life, Ralph Macchio.
Oh, that's fucked up.
And he was still playing under 18. The guy was like in his 40s. The character, I'm like, what the fuck is going? At least I think so. I could be wrong. But
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense there. Because he was old, whatever he's even playing the character.
because I mean, it's like 5 years.
Yeah,
If he was like 19, he's still like in his 20s.
yeah. Mid-20s,
Yeah,
playing a high school kid.
playing a fucking. That's better than what's the character that would play an old ass. I guess not old, but like Rachel McAdams. She was like 30 when she played Mean Girls as a teenager.
Oh, God.
Remember Mean Girls?
Yeah,
She was like the lead mean one.
yeah.
She was 30 years old when she was playing 18 or 17, whatever she was.
Old as fuck.
What other ones? Here's a wild one. Harrison Ford,
Mhm.
Indiana Jones with Sean Connery. Sean Connery was playing his father. He was only a year younger than Sean Connery. And he was playing his dad.
Sean Connery is old as fuck.
And Harrison Ford is like a year younger than in that movie. And he's like, come on, Dad. It's like, oh, son. His son's Scottish.
Also, Sean,
And he's like Scottish as
he didn't even try to do another accent.
nothing.
Never did.
Well, Sean Connery. I can't do a Scottish accent at all.
You don't want to try to do a Scottish accent.
I don't want to be smirch
Besmirch the Scottish peoples.
Scottish legacy as I just ruined Mr. Miyagi. But I'm not really being offensive toward the. I'm just his character in general.
Well, like we were talking about before this, it's like the guy that played Mr. Miyagi didn't even talk like that.
For ass fucking American.
The guy that played Mr. Miyagi also played in MASH a couple of episodes.
He did.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Where he was a North Korean, or it's North or South. I can't remember which one, but he played one of them. But where he was a soldier.
Was MASH in, I thought it was Vietnam. Is it Korea?
Is it?
I guess it would be Korea.
Yeah, it'd be Korea.
It would be no fucking. There'd be way too much desert.
Yeah.
No, way too much
jungle.
Jungle. Yeah.
Yeah. It was. It was a Korean
It
war.
was more land, spacious land.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he played one of the characters in that though, where he comes up on the Jeep, the MASH Jeeps.
Oh, so that's it for the Karate trilogy for now.
For now.
We'll talk more about it later if I read more information.
Yeah, I mean, it's an old series. It's been
Yeah,
around for a long time.
it's still part of the pop culture zeitgeist, I guess.
Yeah,
Wax on, wax off, the crane kick.
the crane kick is very famous at this point, but mostly with the wax on, wax off thing.
Yeah, and
Nobody remembers to paint the fence though.
no, it's not as iconic.
No, but it's still funny where he gives him a smaller brush.
Like, here you go, his tiny ass brush.
Now paint fence.
Like all fucking 45 miles of it. Like, god dang, how much paint do you have?
And what was it? At the start of the second one, then we find out that Mr. Miyagi's into bonsai trees.
No, he's always been even the first one.
Yeah, but the second one, he's like really into it.
Mm,
I'm pretty sure. Is it the second one where he's like he's going down the side of that cliff or something like that?
that's the third one.
Oh, third one. Okay.
Where because he had planted a bonsai tree when he first came into America.
Yeah.
He left it there. It's like worth like tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And Daniel tries to go and get it because they're trying to open up a bonsai shop. And of course, fucking Mike Barnes just keeps coming in like, you better sign those fucking papers for the tournament. Like, I ain't signing shit. And then they catch and like they keep running. They stole all their bonsai trees, so they have no money to open up the shop. So Daniel's like, let me go get this fucking tree and sell it. And Mr. Miyagi just sells his car, gets some more bonsai trees. And like Mike Barnes ends up fucking breaking the tree in half.
Yeah.
And then he forced him to sign the paper because he held him at the end of the fucking cliff. So you sign the papers, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And it's like, god dang, bro, this ain't that serious, but okay.
It's no 4 points.
Apparently that one was because he was mad as fuck. Like, if you don't sign this tournament, I'm gonna beat you point wise. I'll kill you otherwise. And it's always weird how like the bad guys are always such good martial artists. I
Yeah.
don't think in any one of the three movies did Daniel ever have an advantage. Like he was always like I guess the 2 months of karate, he'd always be at a disadvantage, but like he was always getting his fucking ass beat. And I'm like, god dang.
The only thing he had is a little bit of plot armor,
Basically, yeah.
but not even that much.
So it makes me feel bad for Johnny Lawrence because he was as good as they say he was. Him losing to a crippled Daniel LaRusso must have not sat well with him because he was injured the whole fight with him.
Yeah.
And he was fine against Chosen 100%, and he was fine against Mike Barnes, and they both beat his ass like 100%. And then Johnny Lawrence fucking, I don't know if it was like, maybe it was like what's the word I'm looking for? The adrenaline of it, maybe like it dumped on him or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe when I watch the show, they'll explain what happened. But like, he should not have lost. He should never lost to Daniel, to be honest. Not with a fuck busted up knee.
No. And apparently the series has magic in it, so
Does it?
I mean, Mr. Miyagi healing.
Oh, that. Well, we just follow that like as like just a normal like ninja or a samurai skill or a karate skill.
I'm just saying, there's a little bit of magic.
There was an animated show that was magical, but it's non-canon for the series.
Oh God. Now watch, he becomes a Power Ranger.
Remember the Jackie Chan Adventures?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Talisman, it's not like that.
Yeah.
They're looking for old items of magic, and it's not part of canon, so it doesn't matter.
A Karate Kid where they look for magical items.
Basically, yeah.
Oh God.